All right, here we go. We're back on. We're back on. Yo, what up? It's the motherfucking beat table with OhKayWhy. And yo, like I said, when my dumbass was not recording, I'm all excited for this guy to be here, man. But yo, my boy did a super mission to come over here to the beat table. And like I was saying, I'm very appreciative for him doing that mission and for him coming out here. And the beat table really appreciates it, man.
Man, and I'm excited to be here. It was an adventure, but, you know, a day in the life of LA.
Did you see some crazy shit on the way?
Just some car flipped. That's about it, unfortunately. We were in there going like 2 miles per hour.
Well, prayers
up
to
on
that
the five,
person.
for
Yeah,
sure,
hopefully
for sure.
they're okay and shit.
It was
and,
pretty eventful. Pretty eventful. Day in the life. A day in the life.
Like I was saying, man, I've lived here my whole fucking life, and I still cannot stand the LA traffic, dude. Like I've literally learned to just like
all of us
zen that shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's all
like,
you can do.
Bump some music. Fuck it. You know what I'm
I
saying?
do.
Like listen to some
do.
good hip hop.
Exactly.
But introduce yourself, please, man.
Of course, man. My name is OhKayWhy, live at the beat table. Happy to be here. You can call me KY for short, but OhKayWhy is my full name. Really excited to be here.
Hell yeah, that's dope, man. And when we contacted each other, and I've never heard your music before, and of course when this is the whole purpose of this is I'm trying to meet, you know, new producers and new beat makers and all that. And when I went onto your page and I was, you know, hearing you on your SP404, I was like, damn, it's insane. It's insane when you start like meeting new people and seeing like their feeling towards making the beats and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
of course.
Like, what is their vibe, you know?
Right.
And you have a super chill vibe, dude.
Man, that means a lot. That means a lot.
You
Energy is one of my major translations of language, so I'm looking forward to definitely going up for sure, for sure.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. You could tell your energy is like leveled out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I think it's important. I think it's important out here. You don't want to be too high or too low.
Yeah.
You know, you want to be
That's
balanced
just
out.
like leveled out, man. It's just like bam, like there it is. You know what I'm saying? And like I was telling you earlier, like I don't care if you're new at it, and I don't care if you already have credits with like a lot like big artists and stuff like that. Like I just want to give somebody a platform to introduce themselves, and I want to meet you and know who you are and why you fell in love with this.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel organic chemistry is very important, especially during these times.
Yeah.
I think that like we tend to jump to conclusions or jump to just building with somebody because of excitement.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to do it right. So I was just grateful to be here. Grateful you were being patient.
No.
You know what I mean? I wanted to meet you personally and just really get an idea of your vibe as well.
That's why I was telling you. I was all like, I don't care what time you get here.
That means a lot.
I just want to make sure.
Angeles.
Yeah, I just want to make sure you're okay at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And I was just working on music, editing videos, like just doing what we do. You know what I'm saying, to keep ourselves like busy, and because you already know, like if you start getting bored, you start getting into trouble.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Don't get too easily distracted, ladies and gentlemen. It's not that healthy for you. You want to find that balance like we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. So where are you from?
I grew up in Hawthorne, so I'm a LA baby, much like yourself. I grew up out here. My parents are from Belize, so given out there, both from Belize City. I only been out there about 3 times when I was really, really young, so I never got to experience it as an adult. But yeah, man, been out here all my life. That's pretty much it. Just really grew up out here. Hawthorne, Redondo Beach. Bounced around there, Palmdale as well at one point in my life. But yeah,
that's dope. That's dope. So and right now you reside in
Santa Clarita.
Santa Clarita.
Yeah,
that's great. That's far.
Yeah,
it's like
it's
a
Los
hop and a
Angeles,
skip away from Magic Mountain.
literally. That 14 is treacherous.
That's just crazy. So like what was it like growing up? Like, 'cause, okay, obviously you bounced around a little bit like the way I did, So we have like different ventures in every single place.
Absolutely, absolutely. Being 32 years old, man, I was into pop culture a lot, grew up around a lot of stuff. Dancing was my first form of
dope.
expression.
Hell yeah.
You know, mimicking Michael Jackson, doing things like that in front of the television screen. That was kind of how I broke out of my shell,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
just in terms of communicating outside of my voice. That was my first major translation, I would say, in terms of just finding myself. Then from there, I was writing for a little bit. I was going to school, try to get into creative writing because I got pretty good at storytelling. That didn't really work out, and kind of had a man in the mirror moment, and I just was like, you know what? Music has been my first form of expression.
Yeah.
Let me see what I can do with this, and I happen to still be dancing because I went from mimicking Michael Jackson to crump dancing. So I was doing that for about like 10 years of my life, all across, you know, LA and stuff. Pretty fortunate. It was dope. It was a really dope experience. Taught me a lot just in terms of hearing music differently as well. I feel as dancers, we hear music like producers. We hear every intricate detail. And that wasn't that hard of a transition for me. And I'm really grateful to God for that.
You got to move to every single sound of the, you know.
Well, you don't technically have to, but I think if you want to put on a show,
right,
like we would want to, absolutely. I would completely
I'm trying to
agree.
hit every single harmony and hi-hat
every
and
kick,
snare,
every snare, that melody. You want to move your body with it, like, you know how it goes, man. You know where we come from.
And crump dancing is man, that's an insane,
very upbeat
style,
very
of moving.
upbeat, very upbeat. It's part of the reason why my music is upbeat, since I come from that. Man. So I wanted to keep it alive through there. But yeah, it was a amazing experience, definitely.
So did you like also live out towards like in the Bay Area and stuff?
No. But I visited it. I had family out there.
Because I know it's huge here as well.
No, super. It was born in South Central, so really? It started out there. I actually experienced it when I was going to school out in Palmdale. So shit. I happened to come across these people that were crump kings. You know, guys that had a website and were like top tier dancers. So you go to these sessions like we go to sessions. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just dancers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I grew up a little bit of a b-boy. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. That's dope.
So we pulled out like, you know, the cardboard and you know, put like laminate tile.
See, that's amazing because
wax that
if y'all don't know,
up.
b-boying is like one of the meccas of hip hop. Like that's huge. So that's amazing. So you were doing that.
When we got together, it was like man, let's see what's gonna happen. Right. You know what I'm saying? So
that's dope, bro.
We would meet up in different places in the valley. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up in Panorama City.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's dope. Right next door to Van Nuys.
Yeah. Well, so I don't know if you know, like, how long have you been in Santa Clarita?
3 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So like way back in the days, there was this hip hop group called Souls for Sale.
Whoa, that sounds lit.
Yeah, they were called Souls for Sale, and they were dope. It was two guys. And they were like just running Santa Clarita, dude.
Really?
Yeah, they were like super dope.
That's crazy. Must have been when I was still in the AV.
That's crazy. No, it was super dope. So I was always going to Santa Clarita, always going to Canyon Country.
Right.
Yeah, I was always going over there.
That's
know,
dope.
like going,
That's
you know,
dope.
through
so
the hill
familiar
and shit.
with the area.
Yeah, so it was like, man, that shit is like really close to right there, you know?
Who'd have thought me and Ray was next door this whole time?
Hey, a lot of people, man. A lot of people.
It'd be like that.
Like I just interviewed Before Lasers from Chicago, and now I'm starting to get a bunch of other cats from Chicago.
That's dope.
And they're like, yeah, we seen the Before Lasers interview, and we really want to tap in.
That's amazing.
And I'm like,
table's growing already,
please.
guys.
Yeah,
it's already
I was like,
growing.
Please. And I just talked to a young kid from Spain.
Wow.
From Spain, and he's like, we're the only beat makers here.
That's
and it's
crazy.
Just like a little handful of beat makers.
That's crazy.
And I was like, yo,
you gotta get them
let
on
me
the show.
know. Yeah, I was like, let me know what I can do.
I'd love to hear their story.
To like show you guys out here. You know what I'm saying? Like if the
or at least a platform.
Yeah, you know, if it's not big out there, like I don't know if it is or if it isn't, but what he was saying, it was like all they have is just them. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, dude, let me know what I can do to like bring your guys' like sound over here.
That's amazing.
Because I heard his beats and they're like different. I was like, oh shit.
Well, of course it's Spain, but even so, just the idea of knowing that it's such a small amount of people, doing that and keeping it alive, that I'm just excited to see what their story is.
Dude, I'm super excited, bro. I was like, fuck, I'm talking to all these different people, and I think I'm more excited than you guys are because before doing this or even thinking about doing this, I'm just a fan of everybody that does music.
That's amazing.
You know what I'm saying?
A fan of the art.
Yeah,
It's very important.
I tell people, I'm like, I'm a fan, dude. Like if you make dope shit and you're really trying to make some dope shit, like I'm already a fan because you're already trying to put like your all into what you're trying to do. And to me, that means a lot. I'm 42 years old, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
a real OG in the game. Yeah, I've seen. That's amazing.
I mean, you know, like I've seen a lot of people, dog, like grow in the music, and I'm the one that just like sits in the corner and just analyzes and just watches and listens.
You're a sponge. You're like my brother. You guys operate differently, and those could be the most dangerous people, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
I be telling people, it's all about perspective.
We're definitely on the front line. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Never fear the loudest in the room.
No. I mean, everybody's different. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's true. You never know what somebody brings to the table.
Ones.
But I think, given how we were raised, I think you know what that means. Like the loudest is really never the most dangerous in most cases.
Like my homie Madway said, he's all like, "My dogs bite but don't bark."
Exactly.
And I was like, "Whoa, that was
kind of
bars
kind
right
of the
there."
opposite.
Yeah,
Normally,
like,
people all bark, no bite. So that's crazy. That's fly.
So,
but yeah, man.
Did you have a big family or a small family?
It's just 4 of us. My mom, my pops, and my little brother. That's it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, just us. Just 4 of us. No big family. Nothing crazy. Nothing dramatic. My parents are very private, and I think it's also because they foreign.
So they didn't have any siblings out here, or
well, they have siblings, yeah, but everybody's scattered. So I got uncles and aunties, all across. But as far as my direct family, it's just 2 of us, me and my brother.
That's dope, dude. Yeah. That's super dope, man. That's like. Yeah, like me, I grew up around like my whole fucking family, dude. Like even though it was just like me, my dad, and my other brother.
Right.
Like he always had us around our cousins, like always, because
that's crazy.
He was always like, he was always single, like chilling. So he always wanted us to be around like all of our cousins and shit, which we're still close to them right now to this day. So it's a blessing, you know what I'm saying?
Huge.
It's a blessing having your family and stuff. So like, did any of them get you involved in music?
Not directly. I would just say my father probably inspired me, through playing certain things around the house.
What did he listen to?
A lot of reggae, a lot of old 80s and 90s stuff, jazz sometimes, a lot of Sade on good days. So those type of things more so are my fondest memories, and I just happen to connect to Michael Jackson more than all of them. So It was cool, man. It was cool. In a weird way, that man gave me my first form of confidence and just was like, you know what, it's cool to be yourself.
Yeah.
So it was dope. It was dope.
That's dope because we literally grew up on the same kind of music. I'm pretty sure we could relate to a lot of people because my mom is like a super Sade fan, dude.
Really? That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, my dad had a lot of the DVDs. Those used to go up. All the Sade lives.
Yeah, us too. We would watch that shit, and then I got introduced to Michael Jackson. And I was like, damn, this motherfucker could dance.
Yeah, he's different. He's different.
He could dance. So, I was like, that, and that's what
caught
my eye.
Man, it's crazy. Man's vocal range is legendary.
Yeah. So what at what age did you first hear hip hop?
Oh man. Oh shit. Probably like 7 or 8, Brody. Biggie. At my cousin's house, kind of like we were just conversing on. I just remember running around and I just remember hearing Biggie, 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 can't you see? Like that song. And I was just like, oh, that's kind of catchy. But I was a kid. I didn't know what was up, But that was probably my first real, moment.
That's a good impact right there.
Young.
Some Biggie.
Real young. Didn't know much, but definitely was fucking with the vibes.
And what did you like when you first heard that? Like, what was your initial feeling?
My cousins told me I was dancing. They said I was moving around a lot. I became really energetic because I was hyperactive. So they told me I just started moving around. You
started pop locking right away.
I don't know what I was doing, Brody. I don't know what was going on. I can't even remember that much, but it's kind of dope to just remember what started it all.
Yeah. Hell yeah, that's dope, man. That's cool. So with all that, was there a person as you started growing up that inspired you to like, you know what? I think I want to start making beats. Because you said you were
Honestly,
dancing and stuff, so
the thing about it was how it happened was so random, but Dilla, Madlib, Ninth, and MF Doom have always been in rotation. They're like my fatal four. So they've always been in rotation in my dancing world. Like some of us have even danced to Dilla beats, you know, like you go on YouTube, you look up unreleased stuff, you just start diving, you know what we do. And around that time, I ended up getting into donuts. And a- I think it was it had the Shining samples in it. Do you remember that? When it
yeah.
had the Shining samples in it, it was pretty crazy. And I was listening to that a lot. And I think that spoke to me. And then from there was Madlib, you know, then you start diving into more stuff like Ninth. Then I got into Doom and everything changed because I was like, well, this guy's a whole character, you know, and I just was really intrigued that somebody could like rhyme like they're out of the dictionary like nothing. His wordplay is like uncanny.
it's crazy.
And that just kind of threw me off. And then from there, it just was, you know, building blocks.
The one that really like grabbed my heart was accordion.
Oh man,
When I
I
heard
love
the beat,
accordion. I love accordion.
you know, Madlib beat
For
with
me,
like,
it was Fancy Clown.
oh,
Fancy Clown.
that's my
was the
son's
one.
favorite, Fancy Clown.
Yeah, that was the one. I knew you was fucking around. That shit was crazy. That shit, when we came in, when that shit came in back in the day, we was like, whoa, like we weren't ready for that. That was different for us.
Yeah, he was definitely a different character. I mean, all like a lot of hip hop cats like outside of mainstream, like just underground, like that's just really like creating. It's crazy because they all had like a character. You know what I'm saying? Like they're really trying to like paint like this beautiful canvas.
Yeah, or at the bare minimum, a presence that's overwhelming.
Yeah.
I would say that. You know, if not a character, if not no alter ego, they had a presence that was hitting for sure, for sure. Because we
That-
come from the shady era. You know how that was.
Yeah, that's insane, dude. Like I just love it. Like I love like my first love was Wu-Tang.
Oh, that's dope.
I was
That's
like
amazing.
it was like 1997,
7 years old.
98,
Damn.
and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like literally when they started
Could
dropping
only
out.
imagine.
Yeah,
Do you
I
remember
was
what
like-
song it was?
Um
Because I think the first thing I heard from Wu Tang was Cream. That video.
I
came
don't
on.
I don't think it was Cream. I think it was, damn, my manifestation clock is going off.
You good?
I don't think it was Cream. I think it was something that was like not anything that even like hit. I can't even remember what song it was, to be honest with you. But I needed to get the cassette tape. I needed to
crazy.
get it, dude. And when I went to go get the cassette tape, I found KRS-One. And I didn't know what it was, but I just liked the way the cover looked.
Oh, that's dope.
Cause the Wu-Tang cover looked dope,
crazy.
and then it was the KRS-One cover. It was like his whole body that I remember, and then I found what other tape did I find? I think it was LMNO, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn, she was the cassette era. I was the CD era.
Yeah,
This is
no,
legendary.
man, I had my little Sony Walkman, dude, and
Yeah,
fuck, bro.
that was a moment.
It was
that
like
was a moment.
it was crazy, dude. But like I just
Sam Goodies.
yeah, oh, dude, hell yeah. What was the other one? Tower Records.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Tower Records.
I
like,
lucky forgot about Tower Records.
I was looking through all the cassettes like bah, 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 bah. And then when CDs came out, I was
That's what I'm familiar with the most. For
I was
sure.
sending in orders to that was it Tower Records, where you order CDs and you pay later.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah,
That's
I was
crazy.
ordering mad fucking CDs under different names and
That
addresses.
is a finesse.
Yeah, and I was
That's
like,
wild.
yeah, I had like the whole CD, the booklet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was coming up on CDs, bro. I was getting like a shitload of CDs and shit. But that was like the whole thing, dude. Like just, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to figure out like just new, you know, sounds and shit like that, you know. But how did you even come up with your alias? Like what was
OhKayWhy. At one moment, I had a man in the mirror moment. I was just like, you know what am I gonna do in my life? And I wanted to come up with something engaging, but was myself.
Yeah.
You know, once upon a time, I was treating OhKayWhy like an alter ego, and I had to face the reality. It's me. You know, so I have to it's an extension of me. You know what I mean? It's my greatest form of translation now.
Yeah.
You know, so I had a moment when I was listening to Twami. I was dating this Hispanic girl, and I was in Arizona with her family, and I was just taking a piss listening to this Twami joint, and I was just trying to figure out what name I could come up with.
Yeah.
And I've always been called KY for years.
No
so
way.
yeah, definitely. So it's my initials. So
Oh shit.
it's
okay.
really me. So I just
Yeah.
was like, you know what could I do? And I was like, OhKayWhy. OhKayWhy beats. OhKayWhy, why do you do this? OhKayWhy,
Yeah.
why are you here? You know,
Okay,
just
why?
it's a you get it. You get it. It just leaves
Hell
room
yeah.
for conversation and any marketing strategy, high key if you want. But it's a
Yeah.
reflection of me.
Yeah.
And it just worked out that way. But yeah, I was probably like, damn, I can't even tell you. But I know I've been doing this for 8 years, ladies and gentlemen. It's my 8th year now.
That's dope.
2023.
And what was your first like weapon? Was it Fruity Loops?
FL for sure. Definitely. Definitely got my cherry popped on there. That's
Hell
where it
yeah.
all started.
And did you like right away start sampling, or were you trying
I've
to do?
always been a sampler, for sure. That's kind of what got me into it because
Yeah.
all the people that I love, that
Yeah,
Fatal Four,
that's what they
that's
did.
their forte, you
Yeah.
know. So I just was like, man, if anything, that's kind of what I want to do. Plus, being a dancer, you kind of hear those too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we danced to Busta a lot, so his influence was uncanny for us. So I heard samples a lot of times. You know, like Call the Ambulance. Remember that track? Just
Man,
real classics that we used to dance to. That spoke volumes to me. And from there, it was just kind of building blocks. I had a homie that taught me. His name was No Label. He kind of was like my, how could I put this? My Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He gotta help me out like that. Put me on with, you know, the basics. And yeah, from there, just was teaching myself projects here and there, learning up.
So me growing up listening to Wu-Tang and shit, I was always like, man, I always knew like RZA was like a sick ass producer. And I was like, man, like I always thought, because I wasn't like knowledgeable, right, of like how they made their music. All I
Right.
knew is I always loved the beats more than the rapping.
Right.
That's all I knew. Every time I heard a song, I was
Same.
like, damn, that beat is fucking
Yeah,
nice.
same. I was the same way.
And then I started hearing like you know, doing a lot of research on the internet once the internet started coming out, and finding out like, yeah, they're grabbing records and they're, you know, putting the sound into a machine or a computer,
Right.
and they're creating off of those sounds. And I was like, what the fuck?
I know.
You know,
it's like
I
a
was
whole
like,
video
what
game.
do you mean?
It's kind of
And-
crazy.
Yeah. And I'm like, damn, I'm like, so I fell in love with that shit because I was like, and then I would hear like some original shit and I was just like, that's cool, you know? And even me trying to make an original beat, I'm like, I just can't get into it.
Yeah.
But if I hear a stupid ass sample, I'm like,
You could build.
my knees buckle, bro. I'm like, it's
That's
like, you
love.
know, touching.
No, I get it.
It's
I
like,
get it completely.
You know, touching a girl for the first time and she's like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. You know, you just get that little
sure,
like,
for sure.
yeah. So
No, that's amazing, man. That's an amazing analogy. I could relate definitely with music and sampling. Greatest form of communication
yeah,
for me right now. I would say when I like conversing, I like having conversations, but you can't always put into words what you're thinking sometimes.
Yeah,
And
no.
music is that great catalyst for me.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm just grateful to God. Grateful it was an easy transition. But yeah, it's all fun.
So what inspires you to create?
Being better than yesterday. Inspiring the uninspired before I expire by any means. Communication, vibes, music, an album varies.
Damn.
An experience. It's my greatest selling point.
Yeah,
So that's kind of what I stand for at this point. I don't want to be the next Ye, the
Yeah.
next Dilla. We're kind of all mini Dillas
Yeah.
when you really think about
yeah.
it.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not here for that. We're gonna all be in a loop, no pun intended.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like I've
How
kind of
can I
learned
be
up.
different?
Yeah, and for me, it just was like energetically showing up, you know,
Yeah.
giving y'all an experience. And then when
Yeah.
I got into shows, shout out to Sample and Geronimo X, they put me on for, you know, breaking my cherry with going to these shows and getting into a community.
Yeah.
And when I got involved and I finally got behind the boards or, you know, whatever example you have and just gave my show, you know, gave everybody an experience, I was like, whoa, like I could do this.
Yeah.
I could really like
Yeah.
do something with this. And then from there, I just kept building.
And it's crazy because you can. That's
500%.
that's the crazy thing, is that you literally can do it, dude. And I mean, you know better than anybody, because loving yourself is like, I know I could do this shit.
Absolutely.
And
You gotta
that-
believe in yourself. It could be tricky,
Yeah.
especially during these times.
Hell,
Like,
oh, man,
we're
it's
only
crazy right
human.
now, bro.
I completely understand. But if you believe in yourself and you really love this,
Yeah.
man, there ain't no ceiling, bro.
Nah, hell
Sky
no.
isn't even the limit.
Hell no.
We breaking barriers every day.
Open ceilings.
For real.
So at this point right now, you're just on the SP404.
Well, I use it for performances. I don't make beats
Okay.
on it. I make beats on FL or Ableton.
Oh, okay.
So
So when you're like, say you're gonna make a beat tape, straight DAW. You're
straight
just dawing
DAW,
it.
absolutely,
Oh,
every
okay,
time.
dope.
Serato sample changed my life. I was using the FPC on FL once upon a time. I was using that, just programming
Yeah,
it into the
hell
little
yeah.
boxes. You know how that go.
Yeah.
So I was doing that. But yeah, I just use this baby right here for performances. That's really it.
That's crazy.
That kind of became the new translation.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's dope. That's dope.
Listen to the music and come get an experience you can't get elsewhere.
I love it because I met Duck Girl, and
Shout out to Doug Girl. Shout out to Doug World.
yeah, hell yeah, huge shout out to all of them, bro. And she's like, oh, you should come to this show, and I was like, hell yeah. So me and my wife went, and it was like it, because I never seen the SP404
Really, in all your years?
in all my years. I never seen the SP404. I always
That's
seen a
crazy.
Kai everything. MPC from the 500 all the way to
Yeah, you're an OG. Finger drumming is what it was.
So
for
I never
sure.
seen the SP404. So when I started connecting with her, I started seeing them little by little, because I would see those every now and then.
Right.
But for sure, like the community that they were building, I was like, damn, they're all using this this little box.
Or they on
And,
Koala on their phones.
Yeah, and the
Yup.
Koala too. I
Yup,
love using
they're
that.
on Koala.
Bro. I love
They're
using
going crazy
Koala
on
sampler.
Koala.
But it was cool. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, man, that thing is fucking amazing, dude.
There's a lot you can do with it. Kind of blew
I
my mind.
seen like
Kinda blew
live.
my
I
mind.
think it's beautiful, dude.
For sure.
I
for
think
sure.
it's beautiful.
That's
Like,
kind of why it became my forte. I didn't realize it at first until the homies told me. They're like, bro, you'll go crazy with the SP. And I was like, really? Like I didn't really realize it at that time. But you grow. You have a show here, you have a show there. You have this experience with these people, you get this reaction. So you have all these different variables to build from. So
so does it run off of a SD card?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
For
So
sure.
you save
Just
everything.
Program
in your...
everything right in this bad boy right
Oh
here.
shit. Okay, that's dope.
Load that up on there. You good to go. Program all your stuff into the numbers. Pretty
Damn.
straightforward.
That's dope.
This one's actually way more convenient because it has a screen so you can navigate. The one that I had prior, the 404SX, didn't have no screen like this. It did, but you couldn't see like what you're doing. So you had to do it all on the computer. So this, you could just load it all up, do it all right here.
That's dope. That's
Way more
dope. That's super
convenient.
dope. It's a beautiful machine, man. It definitely is.
Shout out to
It's-
Roland. They made something amazing. Shout out to Roland.
everybody
And
is.
shout out to DiBiase for putting all of us on because we wouldn't know
Oh,
shit.
really? Is he the one that like?
DiBiase is Mr. 404. Like, I
Dang.
consider myself like one of those guys that are good at performing on this thing, but that's Mr. 404. He started it all for all of us, most definitely.
Dang.
And
I see
being
him
somebody
everywhere.
being
Yeah.
someone that danced to his music, like he had a different effect on me. So he's big bro forever.
That's
You know?
amazing, dude. That's amazing.
Absolutely.
So if you could name, well, you pretty much did right now. If you could name a beat maker that definitely motivates you, who would that be? Like if you could,
It has to be one.
nah,
Okay, then I'm gonna do my top 5.
yeah.
I'm gonna do
If
my
you
top
could, if you
5.
could break it, try your best to do 5.
Ain't no effort. You know what your motivation is. You know what inspired you. And for me, it was Dilla, Madlib, Ninth, MF Doom, as I mentioned prior, and the last one was Twami. Twami was the
Nice.
last one because he actually gave me that last oomph of, damn, these are the type of beats I want to do. Like just quick stuff, but vibes. I wanted to give vibes more than anything.
Yeah.
And I feel if they're timeless enough, oh man, like
Yeah.
we said, no ceilings.
I'd rather listen to a beat tape than an actual album. I'm
Really?
sorry. Yeah.
Why
I'm
is
sorry.
that?
Because I like listening to beat tapes. Like, did you hear Before Lasers Amor Eterno?
No, send it to me, please.
Dude.
Please send it to me. I love to hear it.
I fell in love with that beat. That's what I'm saying. Like like maybe he doesn't think he's like huge right now, but in my heart he is.
Right.
Because of that beat tape.
That's
like,
amazing.
I seen him promoting it, and I was like, man, the cover looked dope. I was
How
like,
long's it been out for?
Since the end of last year.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah,
It's been out for some
so
time.
I was like, man, I can't wait to hear this shit. So then I finally heard it, and I just kept bumping it and bumping it, and because I go to work like super early in the morning,
Right.
like at 4 or 5 in the morning,
Right.
and that's the first shit I would play, dude.
That's amazing.
It has such a vibe.
See, that's what's crazy about music. What speaks to you is going to speak to you. So shout out to Before Lasers, because you definitely got them going 4 or 5 in the morning, which is not easy.
Oh my
It's
god, dude.
not easy.
I would hear that shit and I would be like, damn. But even before that, like I would hear like a bunch of like producers beat tapes, like, you know, Eli from Living Legends, and just a bunch of producers, dude. I would hear their beat tapes and I would just like, just vibe to it, dude. Like, cause
I'm gonna hop in with you, cause the thing for me too, just to bounce off of what you're saying, Doom's influence on his albums were very thematic, and I wanted to give that to my audience. I was very captured or captivated, more so for better context, of the whole thematic experience, like the Fantastic Four samples, the Doctor Doom samples, like all of these things, all these little intricate things. And I wanted to do something like that. So for me, I could relate to that 500%, just in the sense of beat tapes could be that, if done right, for sure. Especially if the loops are everything and more. So
and that's what it is, dude, is that like when I hear stuff like that, I'm like damn, I'm so glad there was no like lyrics on here. Cause I don't think I would.
It varies.
It sounds fucked up, but like
it varies. It varies. Some beats, I agree. I am completely right there with you, OG. Like, please no lyrics on this, guys. Like, don't even rap on this for fun. Like, just enjoy it. But I feel that some are tailored for that. That's why I only claim that producer cap when I'm working with an artist. I'm a beat maker primarily. I make beats for me more than anything. It's just fortunate that I have a fan base.
Yeah. No,
So.
that's good. And then once people do, compliment the beat, like say you make a beat and the artist does compliment it, then it's a beautiful thing too.
Oh,
like,
man,
trust me,
it's one of the most gorgeous things ever.
It's a beautiful thing.
For sure. As far as experiences go, because then you guys could bounce off of one another. It's mutual water. Everybody's watering each other. It works out.
That's just so. If you had like a wish list of a beat maker or a couple beat makers that you could collaborate with, what would that wish list look like?
I'd love to work with Twami just because of his influence. I did meet him, so that would be very amazing. Madlib for sure.
We're gonna have to tag him on this.
I feel like Madlib could teach me some things, so that's just shaking his hand is a goal of mine before I close my eyes forever. Let me see. I'm trying to think of people in the community I like to work with. Let me give some shout outs because I'm such a fan of everybody too.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's see. No Number, right?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
I'm going to think of the first two right now. Duck Girl for sure. I'm a huge fan of Duck Girl. I love what she's doing. So I would love to work with her. And probably the homie Black God 9 or T Dot. Those two guys from A Love Supreme are really doing their thing too.
Yeah.
So I would love to work with them on a project and just see what we can do. One of the exciting things I want to do is I got inspired from the big homies in the game, Mike and Keys and My Guy Mars. They did a project called Three Ninjas.
Nah.
It was just 3 of them. So I kind of want to do something like
I'm gonna have
that.
to check that out.
Bro, please do.
It's called Three Ninjas?
Please do.
All right, I'm gonna have to check that out.
And you know what that was for us.
Yeah.
You know we come for us.
Because I have
I
faith.
fuck with that.
You know what I'm saying? I have faith in...
Faith and hope is huge during these times, man. And if you keep it close to you and you keep God in your heart, like we said, bro, no ceilings.
You know how you feel a certain feeling and you know it's going to be like legit?
500%. 500%. Energy's a major translation for me, so I get it completely.
Every time I talk to like I've talked to you, I've talked to a bunch of people, I just know it's the right move because all your guys' energy is like so fucking beautiful, dude. Like I'm just like, damn, this has always been my shit. Like I just was
you
always
continue
afraid
to get
do
reminders from God that this is your calling.
Yeah.
So shout out to you for answering that phone.
And he's sending amazing people like yourself
No,
to
bro,
be here.
mutual.
You know what I'm saying?
You've been amazing equally, man. Anybody that comes to the beat table, y'all gonna love it here. Ray is amazing. Trust me. No hype. No hype. This is all facts.
Don't worry, I'm gonna pay you after. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah. How much?
But yeah,
it's
so
love.
if you could tell anybody, because the main purpose of the fucking beat table, I want to see you make a beat, right? Mm-hmm. That's the main shit. I want to know who you are, but that device is gonna really show me.
No, 500%.
Like
500%.
why? You know what I'm saying?
500%.
It's gonna show me why. It's like somebody saying like, dance or rap or hell no, I wanna hear fucking beat.
What do you do?
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So right now we're gonna take a little break, but one more question before we go.
Let's get it.
What do you want to tell everybody that's watching right now?
That's not a question. I'm just kidding. I want to let everybody know, be yourself. I know it's cliche. I know we've heard it all. We got all the memes. It's countless. We even got Google, but be yourself. Be your authentic self. Don't care what anybody says. Have fun with this. If you're making music, if you're a musician, have fun with this and believe in yourself. It's going to work out no matter what. If it don't, you give me a call or you tap in with Ray and he'll tap in with me.
Hell yeah.
But I think that's probably the only thing I would really want to let people know. Be yourself and don't ever be afraid to challenge yourself. Especially in this game we doing. I know it could be overplayed or you feel like you're even playing yourself, but just to overextend it in the best of ways and giving y'all positivity, be yourself no matter what. And trust in yourself. So,
amen to that.
Those two things.
Said by OhKayWhy. When we get back, you're going to hear my boy do a beat. And it's going to be fucking beautiful. And this is the fucking beat table. This
One
is
time
LLY.
for the beat table.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
All right, so yo, what up? This is LLY with the fucking beat table, and we are still right here with my boy OhKayWhy. And yo, like I said, the purpose behind the beat table is so my peoples could come right here for you guys and show them what they do. You know what I'm saying? They're about to show you what they do. So OhKayWhy, let them know what the fuck is up, my boy. Let's go.
Say less, man. Shout out to the beat table.
cleaned beet, set it on its side, and make slices long ways down the beet. Be very careful because the beet might roll around.
My boy OhKayWhy going all the way in. The beat table, baby. That's that steak, just in case you didn't know. God damn.
And that is how you slice the beets.
Okay. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. OhKayWhy. Woo! If you didn't know, now you fucking know. It's the beat table, baby. It's LLY.
Yes, sir.
And this is OhKayWhy. Oh my
love.
God. Super
sure
blessing, bro.
In,
Super blessing, bro.
Me, bro.
Yo, that shit was beautiful.
Man, I had the time of my life.
That funky one?
Come on,
Woo.
man. Appreciate you.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, that is OhKayWhy.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you look him up.
Underscore,
and this guy is
OhKayWhy, WHY on Instagram, OhKayWhy Beats on anywhere. Y'all have fun, man.
This
Y'all
guy's the truth right here. Let me tell you guys, he's the fucking truth. You know what I'm saying? And this is the motherfucking beat table. And this is what we do, baby.
Yes,
and we'll
sir.
talk to you guys soon. Peace. Take them out, OhKayWhy. Take them out. Take them out. Take them out.
Another one, say less.